The first letter was hidden inside an old wooden box. Emma found it while cleaning her room on a quiet Sunday afternoon. Dust covered the corners of the box, and she could barely remember when she had last opened it. Inside were small treasures from her childhood: old photographs, colorful ribbons, and a faded friendship bracelet. Then she noticed a folded piece of paper. On the front, written in large, uneven handwriting, were the words, "To future me." Emma smiled immediately because she recognized the writing. It was hers. Slowly, she opened the letter and began to read. The paper was old and slightly yellow, but the words were still clear. "Dear future Emma, I hope you are happy. I hope you still like drawing pictures and watching the clouds. I hope you are brave." Emma laughed softly as she read the words written by her 10-year-old self. The letter continued with a simple but powerful message. "If life is hard, please remember that you can do difficult things. Sometimes I get scared too, but I always try again." Emma's smile slowly faded. She sat quietly and thought about her own life. At 28 years old, Emma often felt lost. Her job paid the bills, but it did not make her happy. Many of her dreams had been pushed aside. She sometimes wondered if she had taken the wrong path in life. Yet here was a letter from a child reminding her to be brave. Curious, Emma searched through the box again. At the bottom, she found another envelope labeled, "Open when you are 15." She opened it carefully. Inside was another letter from her younger self, filled with hopes, dreams, and plans for the future. The 15-year-old Emma dreamed of becoming an artist. She wanted to travel the world and create things that made people smile. Reading the letter felt like meeting an old friend she had forgotten. The words brought back memories she had not thought about for years. As evening arrived, Emma searched her closet, shelves, and drawers. To her surprise, she found several more letters written at different ages. One from 12, another from 16, and another from 18. Each letter captured a different moment of her life. That night, Emma sat on her bed surrounded by papers. She read every letter slowly. Some made her laugh, while others brought tears to her eyes. They reminded her of school days, friendships, fears, dreams, and important moments she had nearly forgotten. The next morning, Emma carried the letters to a nearby park. She sat beneath a large tree and continued reading. Children played nearby, while birds sang above her. For the first time in months, her mind felt calm and peaceful. One letter caught her attention more than the others. It had been written when she was 18 years old. Near the end, she had written, "If you ever forget who you are, stop for a moment. Think about what makes you feel alive. Follow that feeling." Emma stared at the sentence for a long time. She asked herself what truly made her feel alive. The answer came immediately: drawing. She had loved drawing since childhood, but somewhere along the way, she had stopped making time for it. Life had become busy. Responsibilities had grown. Her dreams had slowly been placed on a shelf and forgotten, just like the wooden box. Suddenly, Emma realized how much she missed creating art. That afternoon, she visited an art supply store. The smell of paper and paint filled the air. She bought a simple sketchbook and a set of pencils. They were not expensive, but they felt like the beginning of something important. When she arrived home, Emma sat at her kitchen table and opened the sketchbook. The blank page looked intimidating. She had not drawn seriously in years. Still, she remembered the words from her younger self and decided to try again. Her first sketch was not perfect. Neither was the second or the third. But she did not give up. Something wonderful happened. She enjoyed drawing again. For the first time in a long while, she lost track of time doing something she truly loved. Days turned into weeks, and Emma continued drawing every evening. Soon, she began sharing her artwork online. At first, only a few people noticed. Then more people started leaving kind comments and encouraging messages. Some people said her drawings made them smile. Others said her artwork reminded them of happy childhood memories. Every message gave her more confidence. Slowly, she began believing in herself again. Months later, Emma looked at her life differently. Her job had not changed, and her apartment was still the same. But she had changed. She felt connected to herself once more and no longer felt completely lost. One rainy evening, Emma opened the wooden box again. The letters were neatly organized now. She read them carefully and realized that every letter carried the same message: hope. A hope that had followed her through every stage of life. As she placed the letters back inside the box, she noticed an empty sheet of paper. An idea came to her. She sat at her desk, picked up a pen, and began writing a new letter. "Dear future Emma," she wrote. "Today I remembered something important. Dreams do not disappear. Sometimes they simply wait for us to find them again. I hope you keep being brave and never stop doing what you love." She folded the letter carefully and wrote on the front, "Open in 5 years." Then she placed it inside the box with the others. It became part of the collection that had helped guide her back to herself. Emma knew life would still bring challenges. There would be mistakes, disappointments, and uncertain days. But now she carried something she had almost lost: hope. The same hope that connected her past, present, and future. As she looked out the window at the falling rain, Emma felt a warm feeling inside her heart. She was no longer searching for the person she used to be. She had finally found her again.